Oh, and guys, this isn't just any hat. No, this hat is amazing. And you guys are probably looking at it like, oh, what the heck, Ashley? It's just a hat that says, bite me. But no. You ready? You ready? Ah! I am so excited to wear this at night, like shopping or something, because it is so cute. So cute, and I love it. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I have been watching so many Christmas videos on YouTube. I've been counting down till Christmas. I'm so excited. And it really made me think about all the people out there who suffer with depression and anxiety, like me. The holidays are really hard for people. There's crowds, there's gatherings, there's stress of money and gifts and receiving gifts and all sorts of things like that. So I figured I would put together a little video of the top 10 things that people with depression or anxiety wish that we could tell our friends and family. So one thing a lot of people with anxiety hear is just get over it, or, you know, do something to make yourself happy. And it's really not that simple. People who suffer with anxiety and depression, we can't just shut it off. I wish we could. I bet everybody wishes they could, but we can't control when we feel anxious, and a lot of times we can't even control why we feel anxious. It just happens, and it's something that we have to learn to work through. Anxiety can hit us for many reasons, and oftentimes it can actually hit us for no reason at all. There's many times where I'm having a very good day, and then I just start feeling overwhelmed. I feel, you know, all these emotions, and I don't even know where they're coming from. And believe me, that's extremely difficult to deal with. I know with the holidays, it brings up so many issues. It brings up, you know, money, friends, family, crowds, new people, parties, gatherings, all stuff like that. And those are really big things that can contribute to anxiety. Another thing with anxiety, and I've dealt with this in my past as well, I would have friends ask me if I can hang out, and they'd want me to go out and do stuff with them, and a lot of times I would straight up say no, because I know I can't. I don't feel up to it. I'm nervous, I'm scared, but then there's times where I'll say yes just because I feel like I have to. I feel like I've said no too many times. I feel like I'm gonna hurt their feelings, or I feel like there's no reason why I should just, you know, say no. So I'll say yes, and then when it comes down to it and the time comes, I will back out last minute. And we really want everybody to know that it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with you. We want to go out and we want to hang out, but sometimes it's just way too hard being around people, and it gets very difficult. A lot of our safe places is actually home, and I'm sure everybody just wants you guys to know that it's not your fault. Sometimes we just physically can't get the courage to do that. So another thing would be, if we feel like we can't do something, we really don't need somebody to be trying to convince us to do it. Oftentimes when you try to convince us to do something, it's like you don't understand that we're telling the truth about how we feel. I know for me, waiting for a repairman or making a serious phone call or something like that, that cripples me. And I don't want to hear, oh, well, it's just the repairman, or they're just going to be there for a few minutes. Like, it doesn't matter the details. Sometimes we just physically can't get over the idea of something and how it physically makes us feel. So don't try to convince us. I mean, it's good to be there for us, but just don't try to force us to do something that we're just not comfortable with doing. If we trust you enough to tell you that something silly like that is something that we're not comfortable doing, just be there to support us, because that's really all that we need. A lot of people get frustrated when it comes down to our anxiety, because we will be fine one minute and then the next we're very anxious and we're difficult to deal with sometimes. And like I've said before, we don't know when anxiety is going to hit us. We don't know why anxiety hits us. And we know that it's hard, that you really don't know what's going on in our head, but imagine how we feel when we don't know what's going on in our head, and you get upset maybe because you don't know how to make that person feel better. But again, imagine how it feels for us to not know what to do to make ourselves feel better. So really the best thing that you can do when somebody is going through bad anxiety or depression and stuff like that is again, just be there for them, support them, let them know that it's okay how they feel, because it really is. Everybody has a right to feel what they feel, when they feel, for whatever reason they feel it. Sometimes when a person with anxiety or depression is quiet, a lot of people just assume that they're in a bad mood or that they're upset. And honestly, a lot of the times it's not that. It's not that they're in a bad mood. It's just when you deal with anxiety, you have so much constantly going on in your head, and it's really hard to focus on that, let alone the things around you. So sometimes they're just trying to think, they're trying to figure things out, and they're just trying to catch up with the world. Sometimes when we decide that we trust somebody, we'll confide in them only to hear that the reason we're anxious or sad or depressed is a silly reason, or it doesn't make sense, or other people have it worse. And that is the worst thing to say to somebody with depression or anxiety. Even though the situation might seem very small to you, to the person who's dealing with the depression or who's dealing with the anxiety, it is a very big, very real situation. It's not something that we're trying to blow up. It's something that we're trying to deal with and we're trying to control. So please don't put down somebody with depression or anxiety, because it's not helping anybody. It's not going to make them feel better. It's definitely not going to make you feel better. A lot of times with people with depression or anxiety, when they want to talk to somebody, they just need somebody to listen to them. Oftentimes you'll have somebody that you're trying to talk to, trying to relate or trying to compare their situations or other people's situations to yours, and that's really hard to deal with, you know? Like when I talk to somebody, I just need somebody to listen. I don't need somebody to compare my situation. I don't need somebody to belittle my situation. I just need an ear. I just need somebody to understand that I'm feeling a certain way, and I need somebody to believe that I'm feeling that way. Those are the biggest things when I talk to somebody that I want from them. Sometimes saying nothing is better than saying anything at all. It can be extremely difficult for somebody to even say that they understand, because when you have depression or anxiety, you feel like nobody understands. And so it's very hard when people say that, because deep down you just want to be like, no, you don't understand, you don't get it, and then you just want to shut down. I know I've definitely gotten that way in the past as well. We are all the same people that we were before depression or anxiety hit us. We are still that person. Please don't punish us for feeling the ways that we are. Please don't punish us for depression or anxiety taking over. That's not fair. We're still the same people as we were before. So please just love us and care for us the way that you always have. And lastly, sometimes the biggest, most helpful thing that we can get from somebody else, more so somebody that we care about, is a hug. Sometimes all we just need is a hug, and that simple hug, that simple gesture will make us feel a million times better. I know I am definitely one of those people. When I feel really down or really anxious, all I want is a hug, to know that it's okay, not to know that you understand, but to know that it's okay. So please, for the holidays, try to support one another, whether it's a stranger out in public or it's a friend. So again, guys, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. I've been getting a lot of support from you guys lately, and it makes me so excited. I've also been getting a lot more comments lately, and I love replying back to the comments, so please keep them coming because it's so exciting for me. But until next time, bye!